Kakadosh Boker Tov, we are continuing Masechet Succah Daf Mem Zayin Amud Aleph 47a1. We're going to start Mem Vav Mubed just on the bottom where it says Meitav Kule Alma Lo Plige Diyatvina. According to everybody, nobody argues that we are going to sit in the Sukkah on the 8th day in the diaspora, which means on Shemini Atzeret, and that's what we do nowadays. Ki Plige, when is the machloke between them? Leveruche, to make a blessing or not. The Mandamar, according to the Mandamar Shavi'i le Sukkah, according to the Mandamar that we talk about Shavi'i for the Sukkah, which is Shitat Rav, right? Which means that on Yom HaShmini is like Chutzar, it's like Shavi'i. Baruch Namim Varchinan. So you're going to make a bracha on the Sukkah also on Shemini Atzeret. But according to the Mandamar Shemini Lezev Lezeh, right, that it's going to be on the 8th for both, which is Shitat Rabbi Yochanan. So Baruch Elum Varchinan. You're not going to make a bracha on the Sheva Sukkah because on the day of Shemini, it's not Sukkot really. So therefore, according to that, that's what Rabbi Yochanan said, Lezev Lezeh, that it's like the Shavi, which means whether to do with the Sukkah or to do with the Tefillah, the Kiddush, B'Kamazon and everything, it's Shmini Atzeret, it's a different Chag. If it's a different Chag, you don't do a Beracha. Okay? Right? You snooze, you lose. Amar Rav Yosef, says Rav Yosef, Nekot Rabbi Yochanan biyadecha. Right? You should take Rabbi Yochanan in your hands. Rav Huna bar Bizna v'chol gdol yado yikra lo b'Sukkah b'Shmini. They all came in the Sukkah on the Shmini, Svek Shmini. But they used to sit in the Sukkah, but they wouldn't actually make a blessing in the maybe we hold like the Mandamar that says that once you made the bracha l'shiva sukkah on the first day of Yom Tov, you don't make a bracha on the rest of the days. Meaning not because you're not supposed to make a bracha on the Shmini Atzeret. Really, Be'emet, you should have made a bracha on Shmini Atzeret. But you already made a bracha on the first day of Yom Tov. And according to him, you make the bracha on the first day of Yom Tov and you don't make a bracha the rest of Yom Tov. So the Gemara says, no, says we already received from our rabbis that these rabbis came from, right, from Makom Mir'eh, from a place which is like a, how do you call Makom Mir'eh? Like a place of pasture, meadow, M-E-A-D-O-W, yeah? Yeah, M-E-A, yeah, meadow. Yes, exactly, Makom Mir'eh. Right, a meadow. So therefore, since they came from, they didn't have a sukkah. So if they didn't have a sukkah, they need to make a bracha on the first day now. But today is the first time that they would be fulfilling the sukkah. But Shmini Atzeret, they didn't make a bracha. Why didn't they make a bracha? Yeah. Ika de Amre. Yeah. Now, yeah, he comes and he says as follows. There are those that say, yeah, Ika de Amre, Baruch to do with a bracha. According to everybody, we do, right? We do not make a bracha. Yeah? When is the machloka between them? Lemeitav, to sit in the sukkah in itself. Meaning, according to everybody, you don't make a bracha. You make a bracha on Shmini Atzeret? No. According to who? Everybody. However, though, lemeitav, to sit in the sukkah on Shmini Atzeret, leman da'amar shavi'i lesukkah meitav yet. Meaning, according to Rav, you sit. And according to Rabbi Yochanan, you don't sit either. So now what we just did was an Ika de Amr. Ika de Amr is like, there are those that say, what do you mean there are those that say? We switched the version. Meaning, according to the first version of Gemara, the way that we started today, the machloket was only in the bracha. Sitting was according to everybody that you sit in Shemini Atzeret. The machloket was bracha. According to Rav, do you make a bracha? Yes. According to Rabbi Yochanan, do you make a bracha? No. How do we paskin? Like Rabbi Yochanan, thank you, doctor. Right? Which is no, you saved him by the bell. Right? If not, he would have been whipped already. Yeah? However, though, the Ika de Amri, the other version, now switches everything. According to everybody, you don't make a bracha. So what is the machloket? Do you sit or not? According to Rav, do you sit? Yes. According to Rabbi Yochanan, do you sit? No. We don't sit. What? We do sit on Shemini Atzeret. For sure we do. Who's Israel? We're talking about Chutz Haaretz. Israel, according to everybody, no. There's no doubt in Israel. We're talking about Chutz Haaretz. Yeah?
Babylonia.
Yeah?
In the evening, in the morning, they don't see their second.
Rav Yosef, says Rav Yosef, the exact same thing that we just mentioned before. Nekot Rabbi Yochanan biyadecha. Right, you have to go like Rabbi Yochanan in your hand. Because who is this? Rabbi Yehuda bered Rabbi Shmuel bar Shilat. And he was sitting outside of the sukkah. What is halakha l'maaseh? The Gemara says, what is halakha l'maaseh? Meitav yatvinan, we sit in the sukkah, baruch lo mevarachinam, but we don't make a bracha. So somebody's going to ask you, what is halacha l'maaseh? Say the Gemara said, v'ilchata. The halacha is like this. So you sit in the sukkah, shmini atzeret, but you don't make the bracha. Amar Rav Yochanan says Rav Yochanan, omrim zman b'shmini shel chag. You know, you say shechianu on shmini chag atzeret. You say shechianu. Yeah? Ve'en omrim zman, but you don't say it on shvi shel pesach. So shvi shel pesach, you don't say shechianu. Shmini atzeret, you say shechianu. You should know why is it that we're going to make a shechianu on Shmini Atzeret and not on Shvi Shel Pesach? It's separated in by three different things, meaning it's different. Shmini Chag Atzeret is inherently different, three different ways than the rest of Sukkot. Number one, Sukkah. Number two, Lulav. Number three, Nisuch HaMayim. Three things. You don't have sukkah on Shemini Atzeret. We only do it because of the safek of the yom. But we don't do, and what's the proof we don't do sukkah? We don't make a bracha on the sukkah. And in Eretz Yisrael, they don't do sukkah at all. Right? Meaning they're outside of the sukkah on Shemini Atzeret. Number two, lulav. Do you have lulav in Etrog? After Hoshana Rabbah, what do? Boom, out. There's nothing there. Yeah? And Nisuch HaMayim. Right? Nisuch HaMayim, the wine, it's only on Chag HaSukkot, not on Shemini Atzeret. The Rabbi Yehuda, the Amar, according to Rabbi Yehuda, that he says, Belog haya menasech kol shmona, but according to Rabbi Yehuda, that means even according to Rabbi Yehuda, that he says that he used to do it with a log, right? That they used to come and they used to do the Nisuch HaMayim every single day, even on Shmini Atzeret, but he says Shmona, all 8 days. It's still different in 2 different things. What are the 2 different things? Sukkah lulav. So ask the Gemara, Shvi Shel Pesach nami. Shvi Shel Pesach is different also needing matzah. The Amar more says, only the first night is it a chova to eat matzah. The rest of it is all reshut. So you see that the 7th night it's not a chova mitzvah. So you should also make a shechianu, but it's a difference in one. Says is that can you compare both cases? Hatta milayla chaluk miyom chaluk. There it's only different from the first night, not from the first day. Hachafilu yom nami chaluk. Meaning, when is there a mitzvah doraita to eat, right, matzah on the first night of Pesach, not during the day? That's why if you forget Ya'alev Yavo on the first night of Pesach, according to everybody, you go back. Why according to everybody you go back? Even if everybody will say, why? Because that according to everybody is doraita. There's no one person who doesn't say doraita. So therefore, the first night of Pesach and first night of Sukkot. Why first night of Sukkot? Because we learned 2-2. Right? We learned 2-2. Tetvav, tetvav. Right? We learned Gezer Sheva. Just like the first night of Pesach, you need a kazait of matzah. So to the first night of Sukkot, you need a kazait of bread inside the sukkah. So because of that, on the first night of Pesach, but that's only in the night of Pesach. Huh? 2. Tetvav. 2. Okay? So says the Gemara, Ravina says another thing. Ze chaluk min shlefanav, vezen chaluk min shlifnei fanav. Meaning another difference is, why are you pushing off Shvi Shel Pesach? Because you're saying, no, sorry, Shvi Shel Pesach is only different from the day, not from the night. Sorry, from the night, not from the day. Right? He says over here, there's another concept also. You know what the other concept is? He says the other concept is, right? He comes and he says, right? The other concept is like this. He comes and he says, it's different from way before. Shvi Shel Pesach, right? When is the difference? From the first day of Pesach until Shvi Shel Pesach. Everything else is the exact same like Shvi Shel Pesach. So if it's chaluk mishilifnei fanav, from all the way back to the first day of Pesach. Shemini Atzeret is 1 day before, there's already difference. So the fact that there's already 1 day difference the day before, it's already a completely different halacha. Rav Papa comes and he says, Hacha ketiv par, hatam ketiv parim. Right? By the Yom HaShemini, it's only written par. On the other days of the Chag, it's written parim. So the fact that it's different in how many parim, right, harbe parim or just par echad, that's why it's going to be a different Chag. Another difference, of Nachman Yitzchak Amar, the Hacha K'tiv, it's written bayom hashmini yitzarti elachem. Hatam K'tiv uvayom hashmini. Meaning the Vav HaChibur, the uvayom, it's connecting all the days of Sukkot to the beginning of the Sukkot. When it says bayom hashmini, it's a new concept. It's a new day. So it's the 8th day. Which 8th day? A new day in itself. The last difference, Ravashi Amar, Hacha K'tiv, here it's written, Minchatam nizkehem misparan kam mishpat, Hatam K'tiv kemishpatam. The fact that it's written kamishpat kol hakorbanot shel shar yamim, so the fact that the Torah made the difference between kamishpat or kamishpatam, that was already going to be a difference. Okay, fine. So says the Gemara, lema mesayele. Why don't we'll try to bring a proof? Haparim elim v'kivasim makvin zedze. All the parim, elim and kivasim, they're all going to impede each other, right? Which means, right, that it says over here that if you're even lacking one number, right, you don't bring it at all during that day. Musaf. So imagine, right, you've got the amount of the parim, and then you've got all of a sudden you don't have enough, you don't bring none of them. They impede. The numbers impede. So he said, Rabbi Yudah says, parim and makpidin zedze. The parim do not impede. Because every single day goes down. Meaning the parim, you start with 13, 12, 11, you continue going down. So the fact that you start with a big number and every single day you're going down, so therefore even if you're not going to have enough, it doesn't impede. You could continue bringing it even though you don't have enough. Amrulo, they said, everything goes down on the 8th day, right? Because on the 8th day, you only bring one pot, right? One ayil and 7 kivasim. So according to them, according to what you're trying to say now, that the minyana parim is changing from day to day, and therefore there's no akpada on the animals, so to the elim and the kivasim also shouldn't. Because on the 8th day, everything goes down a number, even the elim and the kivasim. Why are you only telling me the parim it does not impede? Because every single day of Sukkot, the number goes down. On Shemini Atzeret, even the elim and the kivasim go down also. So therefore that should also not impede. And they said, no, you cannot bring me a proof from Shemini Atzeret. Shemini Atzeret is a different chag. The fact that it's a different chag and it goes down number, that's not a proof. Just like the 7 days of the chag, they need a korban, which is korban musaf in a certain seder. Right, the beracha, it needs beracha. Right here, we're talking about the beracha, whether it's going to be, the Gemara is going to explain which type of beracha. Lina, sleeping in Yerushalayim. So to Shmini, Taum Korban Veshid, right? Veshid also bracha. Lina means it's another reggae. There's a different song for Shemini Atzeret, right? The song of Shemini Atzeret, Shemini, right? It's a different song. It's not the same perek of Tehillim, right? No, everything's different, right? So therefore, since it's different, that's why it's going to be a completely different halacha, right? Mem Zayin Amud Bet, yeah, 47b. So says the Gemara, my love, when it says over here that we're talking about beracha, that beracha is different. My love is Ziman. Are we not talking about the beracha that it's different in Shemini Atzeret? That what? That mefurasha, we're going to say Shechianu on Shemini Atzeret just like Rabbi Yochanan? Says the Gemara, no. Birkat HaMazon u'Tfilah. Birkat HaMazon u'Tfilah, right? By Birkat HaMazon u'Tfilah, it's going to be a different chag. Because we have to say Shemini Chag Atzeret Hazeh. Okay? Hachinami mistabra. It's also logical. As if you're going to tell me Ziman that it's Shechianu, Ziman kol shiva mi'ika. There's no Shechianu on 7 days. Meaning, what are you trying to make a differentiation between the 7 days and then Shmini Atzeret? There's no Shechianu every single day. Shechianu is only on the first day, right? And it's only on the first day of Sukkot, whether it is in the La'alel or whether it is on the Lulav and Etrog or whether it's on the Shechianu on the Kiddush. What? No, not every single day. First day. First day. Shmini Atzeret, yes. That's what we're trying to say. We're trying to say it's logical because we just said that Sukkot was different Shemini Atzeret. What's Sukkot? Well, not all 7 days of Sukkot. All 7 days of Sukkot, you need a beracha. You need shira. You need, now all those 7 days, we do all those things. We do the korbanot, we do the shira, we do everything. So now, if you're going to tell me that the explanation of the word beracha means zeman, shechianu, all of Sukkot, you don't say shechianu. You only say the first day. For us in Chutz La'aretz, we do the first 2 days because the first day and the second day we have a dal, which one's the first day? Fine. But it's only the first day of Sukkot. It's not every single day of Sukkot. So obviously it cannot mean beracha does not mean shechianu. It means birkat hamazon and tefillah, that it's Shemini Chag Atzeret Hazeh. You don't say Yom Chag Sukkot Hazeh, you say Shemini Chag Atzeret Hazeh. Okay? So says the Gemara, it's not true. Halakashia, di lo barichaina. What happens if you didn't say shechianu the first day? Mevarech l'machal u'yom acharina. Make shechianu the next day or the day afterwards. Imagine a person didn't do a shechianu the first day. Can he do shechianu the second day? Yes. He didn't do shechianu the second day. Can he do it the third day? Yes. If he didn't, you make it up. And the fact that you can make it up, so if you do have a choice of doing, you have like an option, not an option, but I'm saying meaning that you have a paper, whatever you want to call it exactly, that you're able to do it until the last day. Which one?
Sukkot alel maleh.
What?
You can, if you provided the first day, you can do it the next day.
Sukkot.
Shechianu.
Shechianu. We're talking about Shechianu. That's what we just said.
You have to do it twice.
What do you mean twice?
7 days.
First day and the second day.
No, if you already did the first day. No, for us, we do it twice because the first and second day of Yom Tov, it's Yom Tov.
But if you forgot,
And you didn't do it the first day?
Yeah.
So you do it the second and third.
so you still have to do it twice. That's what I'm trying to say.
Actually, the truth is that's a very interesting question. Maybe there,
Not sure.
no, there you wouldn't do it. Because Miman of Shach, the second day would be, whether it's the second day you did it because of the Yom Tov or the second day you're doing it now because of the second day. So you wouldn't do it the third day.
You just missed the bracha.
You would only do it on the second day. But let's say you forgot the second day, you would do it the third day.
So you only do it once.
או שיקח חליפה חדשה.
Yeah, fine. You could always do it. Like you could do today also.
ייקח איזה אנונה או משהו פרי.
Yeah. So says the Gemara, halakasha, it's not a question. Dilo, by if you didn't make a bracha now, you could make the bracha tomorrow, the next day. Says the Gemara, nevertheless, you still need a cup, right? You still need a cup, which means that in order to say the Shechianu, right, it's not the Shchiach to do it during Chol Hamoed, but you need a cup. You say it al kos. So Leah Meseler Rav Nachman Zman Omro Afilu B'Shuk. This helps. Rav Nachman says even in the marketplace you could say Shechianu, right? Why? He says, if you're going to tell me that you need the cup, kos kol yom ha'mi'ika, what? You have a cup every single day? You don't have a cup every single day. So if you don't have a cup of wine every single day, so obviously you could say mamash in the shuk, in the marketplace, and there's no problem. So says the Gemara, no. Dilma dikla kos, maybe he has a cup, and that's why there's no problem. Fine. So the Gemara is going to go back to now the words of Rabbi Yehuda. Right? Rabbi Yehuda said, "V'sav Rabbi Yehuda shminita u'lina." Are you going to tell me that according to Shitat Rabbi Yehuda, you have to sleep in Yerushalayim also for Shmini Atzeret? Tanya, we learned in the right that Rabbi Yehuda says, how do we know the Pesach Sheni that it does not need lina, which means you don't have to sleep in the Bet HaMikdash or like in the Yerushalayim area. It says in Pasuk, you left in the morning, you went to your tent. 6 days you're going to eat to mitzvot. That which you need 6 days, which is Pesach, you need lina. But if you don't have 6 days, which is Pesach Sheni is only 1 day. So I don't tell you lina, you don't need lina. The miyutim, why is it coming to exclude? Lavli miyutim is not coming to exclude Shmini Shilchat, that Shmini Atzeret, that it's also like the concept of Pesach Sheni, which means that you don't have to sleep in Yerushalayim for Shmini Atzeret. And so no, the miyutim Pesach Sheni, only Pesach Sheni, which means that when it comes and it tells us the mitzvah of lina, it's only the mitzvah of lina is sleeping in Yerushalayim. That's only to exclude Pesach Sheni, not Shmini Atzeret. Shmini Atzeret, you have to sleep in Yerushalayim. Pesach Sheni, you don't have to sleep in Yerushalayim. Hachanam misabra, it's also logical. The Gemara was learned in the Mishnah bikurim. What are bikurim? What are the bikurim? The first fruit. The first fruit, right? The first fruit. Well, that's called bikurim. So the first fruit to nim korban, you have to bring a korban, which means the baalim, the owners, right? They're going to bring a korban shlamim with the bikurim. Now, besides the bikurim that it needs korban, it needs shir. They sing tnufa, waving, right? That you have the picture over there. I'm going to share the screen for 1 second. 523, Jean-Jacques, 523. Picture 523, right? That's the waving. So you see over there, the Kohen Maniach Chadav Tachtav, right? So that's that one. Okay. Then it says over here, right? So who's the one that holds it? Man Shamatle. So who's the one that? So basically, what now happens is that we're talking about that it needs lina. Man Shamale Dehamar Tinufa. Whoever said that we need Tinufa, Tinufa is a waving. Right? You know what the waving is? Yeah, when we start waving back, forth, right, left. Yeah, this is the waving. Yeah, and there's the other waving. Right? So he comes and he says, who's the one that says that we need the waving? So he says it's Rabbi Yehuda. The Kama, and according to Rabbi Yehuda, Taun lina. We also need lina. What is lina? So we sleep there as well. So we sleep in Yerushalayim for the Shalosh Regalim, right? It's going to be Pesach, Shavuot, and Sukkot, yeah? So same thing with Shmini Atzeret. Shmini Atzeret, we also have to sleep there. The Tanya, as we learned in the Braita, in Yerushalayim, right? As we said, Rabbi Yehuda says, V'hinachto. What does it mean, V'hinachto, that you have to place it? When do we just read this? V'hinachto. When do we just read this? When did we just read about Bikurim? Iowa. I'm in a library. Where am I? We're 8 people here. 9, no. 8 people here. Yeah? When do we read Bikurim? When do we read it? Well, every single morning.
Yeah.
Every morning we read Bikurim. מה? מה הקשר שבועות? יום אחד או 2 ימים. מה הקשר שבועות? ביקורים.
כמה קוראים?
When did we read ביקורים? In this week's parasha, כי תבוא. I just read it this morning. You got the aliyah.
Who got the idea?
He did.
This morning we read it?
Yes.
כן, בכתבו.
כי תבוא. וענית ואמרת ארמי עובר אבי. Yeah? Yeah. ביקורים, we just read it this morning. So it says, the time we learned to the brighter. This is the waving. Do you say that it's going to be tenufa or you're just leaving it over? As Keshuomen, when it says v'niho, it's already brought down that it's going to be that you're going to leave it there. Hamani mekayem v'nachto. So what do I say that v'nachto? So he comes and he says v'nachto is tenufa. It's the waving of it. So ask the Gemara, the Dilma Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. Maybe it's going to be Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. Who's Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov? What does he say? The time is learned to the right. The Kohen is going to take the basket from your hand, right? This is going to teach you that the bikurim needs tenufa. That he needs to be waving it. These are the words of Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. My time under Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov. What's the reason Rabbi Eliezer ben Yaakov? Ate yad yad. Gezerah shava. Yad yad. What do you do from Shamim? Ketiva, it's written by the bikurim lakacha kohen tenem yadecha. Uchtiv hata, but it's written over there. Yadav tvienu et ishe Hashem. Right? Lanif tenufa Hashem. Just like over there, makan. Just like over here to do with the lekicha, which is tenufa lidei kohen. So too over there, it's going to be tenufa lidei kohen. Malehanan. Just like by over there by the shlamim, it's going to be done by the owners, by the baalim. Afkan baalim. So too here by the bikurim, it's going to be done by the baalim. Ha keitzad. So one second, who does it? Is it the kohen that does it? For the Baalim. Make up your mind. The Kohen waves for the Baalim. You know, Kohanim, they like to wave things around. Get everyone dizzy. Yeah? So, who's doing it? The owners or the Kohen? The Kohanim? Answers the Gemara, both. The Kohen places his hands underneath the hands of the Baalim, of the owners, and then they do it together. They do the
basket.
What?
The basket. Like
Yad Baalim, underneath the Baalim. Underneath the hands of the Baalim. So the Baalim have the basket. Underneath the hands of the Baalim, you have the Kohen. And that was the picture. That was the 584 over there.
Yeah, but he is the Kohen receiving it.
Yeah, but the Kohen is placing his hands underneath the Baalim, and together they're coming and they're doing the waving. Right? They're going to just shake it. Right? Yeah, to shake everything up. Maya Viala, what exactly is the maskana? Do we say Shechianu on Shmini Atzeret or not? Rav Nachman Amar Omrim Zman Mashmini Shechad. Rav Sheshat says En Omrim Shechad. Machloket. Rav Nachman, Rav Sheshat. Rav Nachman says yes. Rav Sheshat says no. V'hilchata what's halacha? Omrim Zman Mashmini Shechad. We do say Shechianu on Shmini Atzeret. Tani Kavatet Rav Nachman. We actually learned to write the importance of Nachman that we do say it, right? Shemini. Right? Memchet Amud Aleph 48a. Regel b'fnei atzmo linyan pazar kashav. What is pazar kashav? Pais. Right? What does it mean? A goral. It has its own lottery. They do a lottery b'fnei atzmo. Zayin. What is Zayin? Zman b'fnei atzmo. Shechianu. Right? Resh. What is Resh? Regel b'fnei atzmo. We don't sit in a sukkah. It's another regel. It's another chag. Right? Kuf. What is Kuf? Korban b'fnei atzmo. It's a different amount of korbanot. It's a different korban whatsoever. Shin. The shira b'fnei atzmo. The bet. That it's going to be Shvini Chag Atzeret Hazeh and not Yom Chag HaSukkot Hazeh. And have a wonderful, fruitful, successful, and enjoyable day. This is going to be tomorrow, B'ezrat Hashem.